Lots of possibilities for them to go with this mid control towards A or B at this point with a minute left to play with, but Michael Ellie is going to shuffle into the apps on B, and unfortunately for FaZe, Olofmeister is on the B apps on point with that AWP. Now here comes the push from FaZe, but with a man down it's going to be tough.
They are streaming in, the split is on, coming through the smoke. That's going to be massively disadvantageous, and Flush is going to take advantage of that. 5 versus 2 now, and this round should be over from FaZe. We've got the CTs streaming in. Down goes JKM, down goes Makalele. 0 damage done to the economy of Fnatic, and that's something we've seen on Cash, especially North America, is teams in the past pushing through smokes and getting absolutely wrecked by CTs. You saw the same thing there on Shorts, and FaZe paid for it. They will continue with no rounds on the board just yet. You can see Fox was too late behind AZ to get anything done there, to trade for his teammate, and he had an AWP, which is not going to be easy in that scenario. FaZe have another buy on the board, but they're going to be limited in terms of grenades, and it seems they're going to be going for perhaps a fast A, although one would expect them to get naded, smokes, etc. Molotovs as well. JW with a quick rotation, so it seems that they might have a read on what's going on. Maybe because of the late smoke in mid, which has only come down from AZ right now.
Yeah, it does really feel like Fnatic have a very good idea what's going on at the moment. Although JW will be checking into middle just to see if anything is going on there. 2 players close to slope is a good way to handle, and he executes into the A bomb site if the flashes are good, but that peek from Rain could be on point, but no, Dennis will get the frag. The trade will come into play for FaZe as Krim will respond as well. But he needs some help from JW now, who is making his way in there, but he does have an AWP and he gets smoked off. So that's Krim alone, isolated and now dead, as the remainder of Fnatic are rotating through CT and jungle to stop the plant from happening. That is a big deal at the moment. FaZe have a lot of pressure to actually get the bomb planted, and grenade-wise, they have nothing to cover themselves. How can they plant in this situation? JW is picking AZ off now, and it's just getting worse for FaZe.
Makalele was double naded in the little corner there, the firebox. It's down to 6 HP, so it's pretty much down to Fox to try and plant the bomb. If they know that both CTs are in CT, then they can go for the short plant on the other side of triple, where Fox is headed, but there is a third CT, and that's JW, which means that there's basically nowhere safe to plant on the site right now. He's going to try and get a passive angle. Fox is stuck. That smoke's going to help, though. Here we go. Flusher pushes forward, and Fnatic retain their clean sheet. Another expensive round for them, but not as expensive as having no rounds on the board whatsoever.
That was really weird, though, that smoke from JW. That must have been a bit of an error, because as you said, that actually helped out Fox there in kind of isolating JW away from the fight, but it's really smart Fnatic there just to wait for the plant. There's nothing that could be done from FaZe. And that's a 7-0. It's a really fast 7-0, it feels like. It doesn't seem as though FaZe have had much of a challenge, already have put up much of a challenge for Fnatic. And once again, back to the pistols. Quasi buy, but this time they have enough of a bonus, of course, to actually have some nades to maybe get a plant. And maybe if they get some shots off of those Tech-9s, a chance at winning a round.
This looks like the A with smoke strat that we see everybody in matchmaking doing. It'll be a bit more coordinated than that. So Rain should be throwing some pop flashes out soon. Indeed, JW is blind. Flashes coming out from the top of slope as well, and the push begins. Only Tech-9. JW no fear, trusting his teammates to cover his back from Palace. We've got 2 down, and Jacob will get 2 back with that moving accuracy. Dennis is all over the place now. I don't know if they have any idea where he is. Jacob to trade, down to a 2 versus 1. Jacob, though, has got 10 HP, and the bomb is nowhere near him. It's in no man's land, and there's a crossfire now from Fnatic. Not much he can do in this situation. Maybe trying to force Crims out of position. Got to go for the pre-fire, but seems there was a bit of a gap. Crims won't make it out alive.
Wow, Jacob actually picking up that frag. Definitely a chance now that he's created a one-on-one, and with 50 seconds to go. It's all about good guesswork, and of course Flusher is just sitting in mid, and Flusher's angle is going to be pretty good. He's going to toss over a quick flash. Jacob is going to smoke off CT. And Flusher, is he really doing this? He's going to run all the way around CT. This is quite interesting. Now, Jacob obviously has time to pretty much do anything still, but he's just going to be checking CT. Now he's pretty much committed to the A-bomb site. He's going to go for the plant behind triple, but here comes Flusher from slope, and I really don't think Jacob's ever going to expect this position. Very smart play coming in from Flusher. All he needs is 1 bullet, and Jacob is very dead, and there you go. Jacob had absolutely no idea he could be vulnerable from that position, and Flusher will win the round. So picking up the AWP before going for the defuse. Still, it looks quite hopeless for FaZe, but they did only have Tech-9s in that round.
Jacob, the Fnatic guys are just making random noises as if just straining on the toilet and smiling. But it seems that I mean, Flusher threw a flash from mid, I can only imagine that Jacob thought it came from CT, which is why he was looking CT and then looking into Connector, because obviously he can jump down from CPL. So nice play by Flasher. However, if Jacob had seen the trajectory of that flashbang, then who knows what could have happened. But there it is, the pick of FaZe, and there's still no answer to Fnatic's CT side just yet, which is great for them going forward. FaZe Clan back on a buy, 5 AKs, full nades as well, so we'll see if they have some more strats in the bag. Again, that smoke going down top mid, and that's a nice nade to hurt anyone standing behind it, but Crim's taken a lot of damage. Again, it's a fast mid take from FaZe Clan. Got smokes towards short as well, which makes it hard for the CTs to shoot them as they push into Connector, which is what they're doing now. The A site has fallen.
Yeah, really nice play coming in from FaZe's Rain, just the opener out of Palace. That's opened things up completely on the A side. This is going to have to be a hero retake from JW and Flusher. JW is finding himself close here to the ticket booth area. In goes Rain. Oh, the flash and the pre-fire, not quite on point, but JW is completely disoriented by all the flashes there, can't even see anything, and now it's just Flusher. So can't expect Flusher to do this 1 versus 4, but there's the first frag, and they have a lot of money in the bank, so he might be very much incentivized to try to do some additional damage here to the FaZe economy by just hanging around and see if he can pick up some favorable engagements. Here he goes, just going for the peak. Oh, actually, I think he did he dink Rain long range there? I'm not sure, but 3 players surviving for FaZe. Very explosive round, and that seems to be the only formula that can really work for them.
Well, it's literally the only success they've had, so we'll see if it can continue in this round. If they are to lose this round, AZ and Fox have a bit of money, so maybe they muster another buy. We'll see if Fnatic can answer or if FaZe will start to build something back. Let's have a look at the initial setup here from both teams. Got 2 going over towards B as per usual. Crimson Dead is going to be playing a little deeper in A, and it's a 3-man take top mid from the T's. Again, JW just checking in case there's a boost or somebody's holding an angle, or maybe they're going to sneak towards the other corner, which they haven't done. Well, they did it once actually when they went for a B split, but they're not making it very common. Again, just in case, sometimes you can see CT sneaking up behind that smoke, so that will take a lot of spray as well. No damage done just yet. Fox going to retrieve the bomb as Jacob moves towards Connector. 3 on A now as Olafmeister has rotated. We've got Rain and Palace, so the split is on, and it seems that Fnatic may have made the right read.
Yeah, Rain very deadly as that lurking player. When the distraction comes in, he can strike, and the CTs will be predominantly thinking about this connector area, and all the Ts are barreling through that connector. JW is smoked off, he misses the shot. Olafmeister gets picked off from the CT spawn area, and his help on the site itself goes down as well. So FaZe have completely overrun the A-bomb site now, and there's nothing that Fnatic can do as JW is alone. And once again, FaZe are finding that they're able to create some openings into this A site now when they just find the right timings. They are able to get the picks. Now, you would expect Fnatic to perhaps adjust some of their setups. And maybe now, at this point, now FaZe have kind of found something that's working to actually mix it up. Maybe throw in some aggression at specific timings down on slope or into Palace to try to disrupt preemptively a strike, as we've seen from FaZe in the last couple of rounds.
Yeah, it's really difficult for Fnatic at the moment to hold mid because that smoke's going down on short and JW is basically alone. It's very hard for him to get information without being killed or traded because that smoke's down. And then one day we might see, or one round we might see FaZe eventually pushing through that smoke once again and mixing things up. But they're getting to Connector pretty quickly because that smoke is down. And all JW can really do in that situation is look for anybody coming underpass, trying to look into the window by jumping on the little wooden stand, the table stand there. So FaZe abusing that, having a bit of success here. We'll see if it can continue. They've damaged the economy of the CTs now. You can see the saved AWP continues. Other than that, it is an eco. Not going to have any deagle buys like we saw from Mousesports. And I think we might have that. No, we don't have the boost at the back.
Yeah, JW is the only guy that can realistically do much in this round for the FaZe, for the Fnatic side against FaZe, and he's going to get smoked off again by middle. So, for Fnatic's perspective, it'd be really nice if JW could pick up a couple kills with that. And FaZe, they're trying to stay safe here, playing it passive to begin with. And 2 players just hiding in Palace, which is quite smart as well, because if FaZe were to take the A bomb site, they can rush out of there and perhaps backstab.
JW just peeked when the smoke dissipated in mid and managed to leg AZ, who was over towards the chair position, also known as the Delpan position. You can see FaZe moving towards the bomb site now, and again, JW has rotated with the AWP, which is always important when the AWP is basically your only tool on an eco round, but he's going to be completely blind. He's got a good position, though, to take that players down as they jump onto the site. There's the first one. Fox bomb being spotted as well, which means a full rotation, trying to snap more plays, but it's not going to happen just yet. He'll get taken down from the back now, and it's going to be hard for Fnatic to get any more damage done, I think.
Yeah, and imagine if he'd actually connected with the torso on AZ there, because AZ was a player that killed JW, backstabbing him from short. And considering that Flusher actually got the jump spot on the bomb just before the rush came, Fnatic had a realistic chance to actually win this round had AZ died, but looks like Crimson just going to be able to pick up a quick frag and a weapon. Just as just at the end there. Hearing tables being smashed, James.
Yes, that's CLG though, so I think they're just messing around.
All right.
I don't know, they're smiling, so I think they're up to some shenanigans over there. One thing, when that smoke goes down on shorts, it's interesting but completely suicidal. Basically, almost where Dennis was standing, but closer to the wall and a bit further up. It leaves a weird gap where if a team moves next to the mid box, looking around, you almost get a free shot on them, but then you're probably going to die afterwards. But I wonder if a strat can be built around there, but I think it will be a high variance one, so I'm not going to blab too much about that. So, Fnatic going to be back on the buy, not able to afford or save the AWP, which was stolen by FaZe clans, and of course it will be none other than Fox to rocket. He's got a reasonable spawn for mid, but he's the man who smokes short every round, so he'll be doing that. And moving over towards A.
Yeah, this is where we should see an adjustment from Fnatic though, because not only are they without any AWPs, FaZe are very realistically going to keep running the same strat as previous, which is these A plays, these fast A plays with the rifles. They don't have as much emphasis on middle this time. That's the only real difference from
Jungle
FaZe.
smoke, if I'm not mistaken.
So Fnatic, 4 players around middle basically. One of them being on B, which is Olofmeister. So very, very dynamic, running all over the place, but not playing close on A. And now FaZe are coming in close. But there's the first frag. Crims will go down, and once again, FaZe open this up with the entries that they need.
They've got a retake situation. JW is moving back to a more passive position. That stair position is a bit dangerous. The flanker gets taken down, but in a trade, so still a man advantage for FaZe here. Still loads of nades flying out for them. They need to cross this choke point here. All the players in connector. You can see it, they've still got it wide open. Bomb, however, is going to go down in the default position. Ideally, FaZe would have gone for a plant behind triple as they've got 2 people on T spawn, but with the man advantage, they should be able to hold the site here.
Yeah, this is really rough here for Fnatic. They don't have any grenades, but Olofmeister making a pick off over by CT. He's going to open himself up there to the angle on the bomb side. And this is really nice now because his teammates need that help, need that distraction, and he's going to provide that. And there is the frag coming in from JW. 3 versus 2 now as both players from FaZe spotted on the slope. JW will take down 2 there with the headshots. Fox responds with a great shot on the AWP, but the bomb is ticking away now. And is the defuse coming in? Yes, it will. Dennis, just in the nick of time, is going to save the round there for Fnatic with a bit of help from Olofmeister and JW. Really cool retake, but that looked really, really rough for a while. 3 players stuck outside of connector looking at a retake situation.
And that's the problem with that default plant. I don't know if the... we're going to replay for now. But I don't know if afterwards the observer can circle triple in default on the site. But when you plant it on triple, then you can defend it from T-spawn. But if you are planted for default, then it's really hard to do that. And obviously it couldn't because Fnatic still had control of connector. They had so many nades coming in, but they didn't have the smoke to put down to cover the cross with the bomb, and then they ended up paying for it. So Fnatic back to winning ways. Both teams on a buy now. Fox continues with the AWP. And speaking of which, JW's taken it all in the face. About 448 damage, baby.
That was pretty brutal. And JW actually, for the first time, pushing underpass. And the timing was great, but Fox, what a shot. Now, it's going to be pretty rough for Fnatic. 4 versus 5 almost immediately at the start of the round. And they've taken mid-control with Dennis and Olofmeister as sort of the response to that initially. And they'll spot that there's not much going on there from FaZe. And Flush is alone on B. Crims is more or less alone on the A side itself. So this is a pretty rough situation for Fnatic. They're going to need some good individual performances and some tight team play because they have 4 flashbangs. They don't even have the grenades to work with here. This is definitely a heavily advantageous round for FaZe as they come in for this A play.
Crims is pretty deep on the A site and he is alone, but we know what he's capable of. He hears the footsteps, makes a call to his teammate, but can he get there fast enough? Look at the nades being used here by FaZe Clan. Fortunately, Crims is still alive for the time being. AZ with 2 frags though, make that a 3rd. May have just shut this round completely down. Flusher, last man standing, moving towards CT, but it's a 1 versus 4. What can he expect to do here?
Well, he's got a flashbang. And that's about it.
Nice.
So we'll have to see. I think there's 1 or 2 players that can just immediately look towards CT as well. AZ and Fox who's over by the Palace area. Michael L is quite close over by Stairs.
Could he be going for a Ninja Dan?
It's a possibility. I mean, I'm just going to quickly check Fnatic's money, and they are very broke, and they've just won obviously a round, so that means Fnatic will be reset. So it's Flusha could really do
I feel like he wants
himself a favor by holding onto this rifle or getting a Ninja. Yeah, I would. For that to happen at this level, it's just unthinkable. And he was going to go for it,
yeah,
but he's got spotted by Fox, so it is off right now. But is he going to get caught by Michael Ellie? He's close. There's the peek. Flusha expects it, but Michael Ellie hits the shot. And that's going to be Flusha dead, and Fnatic now with no money to speak of.
Yeah, so they won one round after losing 3, then lost the following one, which means the lost bonus is reset to 1,400, which means you got no money. But they're going for the Force, it would appear. Perhaps JW will leave some money in the hole. Nope, going straight for the Mag 7. Full buy coming out for the entire team.
Wow.
There we go, AZ messing up the flashbang, but we can, we'll take that. 3 kills and a messed up flashbang, I'll take that.
This is interesting too, because a force buy like this, they're not even a spot where they can actually reset FaZe. So it's kind of strange. I mean, they can reset them, but they'll still have money to buy. So kind of a nuts decision by Fnatic. Really crazy. I guess they're confident with the 9 rounds they already have. But Crims goes down immediately, so it's a 4 versus 5 now. However, Flusha with that CZ, man, he's too good with that thing. He's going to pick up a kill, and now it's a 4 versus 4. And FaZe, they need to be careful here, not to bleed out too many more frags.
Yeah, you see JW is playing close to A slope with the Mag 7. They don't have any more smokes though, do the Fnatic side. Makalele and Fox are heading in his direction and they're running. So JW should hear him, so we should see a bit of a rotation. Olofmeister is going to go for a bit of a peek towards B, but I imagine maybe he's going to commit to A. Dennis is playing in shadow position as well. JW's blind though, but they're starting to come in through the smoke. There's one, can he get the second one? No, Fox is going to trade. He's taken some damage though, down to half HP, and there's man disadvantage for FaZe Clan. There's a minute on the clock, and it seems that Dennis is going to go for the push. Nice fast peek there. Fox misses the angle, and it's AZ versus 3. 50 seconds left on the clock. He can still do it, but there's an AWP and an AK in tow now.
Wow. Here we go. Amazing. They survive with 3 players, pick up an AWP and 2 AK-47s. And again, for me, that buy there, that force up, they're in a spot where they can't even reset the other team. They'll also be able to buy. Well, I mean, they reset the economy, but they'll also be able to buy, that is. They won't force into eco immediately. And Fnatic, if they saved once, they could still field a buy if they wanted.
The
so
problem
it's
is
really risky, but they made it happen.
Is that they're Fnatic.
Yeah, the problem is that they're ridiculous. So
Therefore
10-4, and that's so crippling for FaZe. FaZe were really winning the right rounds at the right time. But now we're back to winning ways here for Fnatic, but for how long? We've got the AWP back onto Fox, and a quick push in middle once again. FaZe have shown these fast paces do work out for them.
This time, Fnatic have 3 people, though, on the A site. Crims is in shadow. Dennis is pushed lower, but he's lost a dual terrain. JW still at the back. Crims has taken 1 down, but they're all dead on the A site, so this round should be over. 4 versus 2. Olofmeister coming in from Connector, and Flusha going through CPL to jungle now. Now we've got the triple plant, which means that they can defend it from T-slope as well, where AZ's standing. So this is going to be a lot more difficult than it was for Fnatic, not just because of the man advantage, but because of the position of the bomb as well. Got loads of flashes coming towards Flusha's face. No nades left though for the CTs. There are 2 smokes down on this for the CTs, which means, oh, what was that? Which means they can still try and isolate these Ts and get some 1v1s here without getting traded.
Yeah, yesterday Olofmeister was a little bit quiet, but he does have quite the reputation as a pretty good player, and he's showing why. And Flusha still with that CZ going in. Olofmeister with a bit of a distraction here. Flusha can pick up an AK on the bomb site. Olofmeister with another frag, but AZ with a shot to the side of the head is going to finish off the round. And that's the 10-5 first half. Fnatic
Nice.
having a pretty strong first half indeed. Shutting down FaZe at the right points. Although FaZe did show, some glimmers of hope and some also, a lot of good timing when they were winning the rounds, essentially, building up some momentum. It wasn't until that crazy force buy from Fnatic with the Mag 7, the CZs and so on, that they were able to actually just break FaZe. But 10-5, you can still come back pretty effectively from that on the CT side, but FaZe better win this pistol that's coming up.
Indeed. I think 5 rounds is not a disaster for them, but judging by how much they seem to have drilled this map with their fast plays, I think they would have expected to have more rounds in the bag, and perhaps they could have. But we saw some adjustment from Fnatic towards the end there, but didn't pay off. They still got wrecked completely by FaZe.
FaZe are playing like the opposite of Na'Vi or something right now. Just like super fast rounds, and it's you're never relying on the AWP to open up the map for you. Just going for really fast rounds.
Yeah, I'd say Mirage isn't the easiest one to get duels with the AWP that can be in your favor. But yeah, I mean they're moving pretty quickly. but Fnatic still managed to get 10 rounds on the board, which is really, really good for them. So the question is going to be, what do FaZe have to offer on their CT side? I mean, judging by the way they would play, I would think that they would feel like they had a strong T side. But the question is their CT side going to be as strong as they perceive their T side to be? It will need to be, because they are up against the best in the world. I don't think they're going to be fearing the duels, but they're going to need to work together, especially on the A side, you know, and to coordinate. And if they lose mid as easily as Fnatic were losing it, then who knows what could happen.
Yeah, I mean, you got to wonder how Fnatic would decide from a strategic sense how to approach this this matchup, because, you know, FaZe, their strength is definitely the aim battles. They're not going to be shying away from those. That's where they're going to find their comfort. And that was the style that we saw, you know, the aggressive, fast pace. That's going to be very suitable for them. So Fnatic, you know, do they want to play more of an execute-heavy style? Typically, you know, historically, they haven't as much gone to executes unless they really need to, because their players are so damn individually skilled. So they're just going to enable their players to get the picks, then create the mid-round, the good mid-round calls to, you know, work around that. So I'm very curious to see how they're going to interpret this. But first things first, FaZe have got to win this pistol to get the money rolling, or Fnatic are going to walk all over them.
Both teams with 4 sets of Kevlar. We've got Dennis playing close slope. Rain's gone to the sandwich position, which, a nerd fact, you can actually see people's feet in the sandwich position if you have a sniper rifle, because there's a crate under the box, and the crate has a gap. But for the purposes of this round, we've got 4 Fnatic players now moving towards A, as Olofmeister has made his way into mid, but Fox has an angle such that he might see Olofmeister once Olofmeister starts to move. We'll see if Olofmeister just waits for some rotations to come in. Fnatic just waiting now. Flusha just checking the back, seeing what's going on. Rain's got his aimbot turned on, as you can see there.
I love it when teams just wait, just let the other team sit in awkward silence. And here comes the push. We're going to see the first shots exchanged there. AZ down to 2 HP. We've all been there. It sucks. But Rain in from the back. 2 quick headshots there from the sandwich position. That's going to be a good start there for FaZe. But Olofmeister and Crims striking back, and that's the A-bomb site, well in the hands of the Swedish players. Now as FaZe with Jacob and Michael try to work their way in back from Connector and Jungle. 2 versus 2, just open aim battles with these pistols, and it's just on JChem now. Picking up the Tech 9, but Crims with a shot straight to the dome is going to win the round for Fnatic. So the pistol has gone the way of the Swedes. This is going to be a tough situation for FaZe. You expect the force buy. There it is. It's coming in. Michael is going to be on the scout, James. This is going to be interesting.
Flusha has had a huge smile on his face at the end of that round. Again, it seems FaZe are prepared. The sandwich position is not the most common one in pistol rounds and such, so good play by them. But it wasn't enough. It's almost never enough. Hey, MLG Work Hayes, it seems you have been dropped, so congratulations to you. We've got the Mac 10 onto JW. Olofmeister just rolling with the Tech 9. So again, it's a conservative buy here from Fnatic. Flusha on the UMP as well. Let's have a look at the layout and where these Ts are going. Again, we've got Rain playing close to A slope at the moment, but there's nothing to be found there. But the question is, will he go for a bit of a push there? We've got JW holding in T spawn. So if Rain goes and gets some information that nobody's there, perhaps we will see a Fnatic rotation to A anyway. As you can see, flushes over towards B. So it's not really clear where the bomb might be headed.
Yeah, you got to be super scared of stacks and so on in a spot like this with Fnatic. And they've spotted the scout already towards the B-bomb site. And one of the problems with scouts in a round like this is if you play it too slow around and give the scout too many opportunities, it was just going to pick you apart. But already 2 players spotted by Slope as well. So having seen Michael at the B site, Fnatic know that there's no stack at least. So they're going to have to make a call soon. And it's Olofmeister and Connector to take down Rain. That's going to be a nice little boon here going in for Fnatic as they make the call into the B-bomb site. Flusha putting the bullets in from the apartments. Dennis helping out from short. And it looks like Fnatic have taken over the B-bomb site. Not much left to speak of here for FaZe as they wander in one by one until they're all eliminated.
That was a really nice reaction from Olofmeister getting that kill in Connector. There was a smoke in there at the time being, but obviously when you're moving up short, it's always dangerous to get shot from Connector and vice versa. Moving up Connector, getting shot from short. So they took one down, moved to the other one, and split B very, very quickly. So that was a nice play by them. 7-round lead for Fnatic now. And we're going to see FaZe on the eco because the money's still not there yet. Obviously, buying in the previous round, a scout didn't get much done. I think there was a bit of a tag on the B-bomb site, but that would be about that. JW on the 5-7 and Olofmeister on the Tech 9. So obviously reading the C2 economy. As you can see there, the CTs are stacking 4 people over towards the B-bomb site with Makalele holding short. You'll hear a lot of people jumping and running around here, so we'll see if the CTs react to that. taking down Makalele, and it seems Olofmeister might go for an information play towards B. We've got Flusher moving through the apps, and JW looking for info towards the A site. That 5-7 will just make him a bit more coin.
Just standing there, just not a care in the world. Finally dies. There is justice, James, after all. So, well, this looks like a pretty standard start here after the pistol victory. Fnatic handling the initial anti-force buy fairly well. Bomb going down, and that will be the end of that. 13-5, and this has been a pretty convincing first map so far for Fnatic, but this is where, you know, FaZe's, you know, real chances to get the ball rolling on their CT side. But, of course, they're not going to have the most money in the world, so not all the grenades, but at least Fox can afford armor with that AWP.
He can, that's always good. He's got the best spawn for Ace. We'll see if he goes to try and take a peek towards Ace slope, or if he goes to connector. Many places he can go. Again, double AWPs on the T side. So we're saying it's not easy to use AWPs necessarily on T side Mirage, but Fnatic going to go in with 2. Olofmeister doing some JWS bouncing around like he's in a Brooklyn nightclub, but not going to get any frags on that occasion. JW going towards B, and he's going to try and charge through the smoke, but oh, that's a bit awkward. Jacob gets the frag, however. No respect from Fnatic, just business as usual. Fox not able to get the frag from connector as Olofmeister jumped past the angle. So, see if FaZe can capitalize on this early man advantage.
Yeah, you know, Fnatic still have the bomb down towards the B app, so it's just chilling at the moment, seeing what initially they can get done, and it is soon time to go and get that bomb there and make a call on the map. And Olofmeister's out mid by himself, just pushing with not much cover and seeing what he can get done. Still 5 players left for FaZe, but they're playing quite passively at the moment. Let's see if Olofmeister can get something done here. There's a player obviously on short, as you can see, and look how defensive Fox is. Oh, he's just going to peek there, but Fox was actually on point.
Wow.
Amazing stuff there. Great anticipation from Fox, or perhaps just a very nice flick shot. And that's 3 players there for Fnatic. This is a bit disastrous, but the only thing they have going for them, they've got a guy in connector already, one in Palace, and now the bomb is going to make its way all the way around to... is he actually going to go apps with it? He's going to go B apps. Interesting. So with 3 players, are they going to try to go for a bit of a fake here?
Fox rotated straight away to the CT of A, and it's going to pay off for them. But now we've got the rotation coming out from the B bomb site. Makalele is still hanging around though, just wondering what's going on. They haven't seen the bomb, so they're going to leave one person towards B. Is it going to pay off? It probably is, because Flusher has the AWP. However, Makalele jumps, which gives his position away. And now Flusher's going to get dinked with the M4. Thought he might have dinked Makalele there. And time is running out for Flusher. Not going to be able to get the bomb down as the rotation comes in or get any more kills. So FaZe survive with 3.
Yeah, that was an awkward spot. He was like, 8 seconds left. Can't actually win the round, but also don't want to die after time. Yeah. And I'm going to die after time, and also go and try and fight now.
I think he went to rescue that AWP earlier on in the round, which makes me think that surely there was an AK in the same area. So I wonder if he picked it up, if something could have been a bit different, because Makalele jumped. I don't know why he jumped, if it was a mistake on his mouse, but you know, he made a noise. If he has an AK there, perhaps he has a better chance of getting more damage in.
I think a CZ is basically an AK for Flusher. So
yeah, that's also true.
so it's all good. But we can see here that there's a bit of a creep with Fnatic here towards the B apps at the moment, and the bomb is following suit. They've left Olofmeister by the boxes in mid, but at the same time, FaZe actually pushing slope, so they're going to have the information that nothing's going on by slope. And if there was going to be an A play, there is likely they spot someone there. So this is going to send the alarm bells ringing. We should really see a rotation of at least an extra player towards that B bomb site right now. And you know, FaZe, they're going to start rotating.
Interestingly,
Fnatic not committing either.
We had Fox come in on short, holding the angle. He is very flashable from there, but Fnatic, maybe they heard him run into position and they knew they were in trouble, so they're going to move away. But it's going to be a slow procession because they know they have no eyes towards A. Bearing in mind, FaZe had 3 people push A slope. They've left nobody there. They didn't really peek T-spawn. So Fnatic it's almost like an overpass map now. They need to slowly check all the corners as they approach one of the bomb sites. And indeed, they still have the control of mid until Fox decides to start ripping people's heads off from shorts.
They've done it now. They've set up the attack more or less for the A site. They've got a player pretty much in connector. As we can see, it's Olof. Very important position. Olof, he can get some kills here very easily when the distractions come in, or vice versa. There's the first peak. Olof really needed to win that battle, but Flush is there to try to save some face, and it's going to be the rest of the Fnatic players moving in from the slope. They've taken over the A bomb site now. Life is going to get more difficult, but it is a 3 versus 3 for FaZe. And Michael had a good timing just going over the ticket box. Able to get some damage, but no frags. 11 HP respectively for each Crims and JW. This is tough, but there's the first shot coming in from Crims. It's going to be good. JKM's out of the picture, but there's still 2 more players to find, and JW is running all the way around for the short plant. This is very interesting. Can JW get there in time? Crims is trying desperately to buy time, but he has now been finished off. JW just there in the nick of time. Oh, can't quite find the first kill quickly enough. And there it is, the second one, the headshot immediately. Fox goes down, and now JW pulling out the Glock, and he will do it. JW onto Michael Lele. Beautiful play coming in, running all the way around. Crims, he must have been sweating, James. He sat in the corner, just praying desperately that he can survive for just an extra second longer.
That was a hero rotation, but JW had an opportunity to just pop the head with one shot on his first engagement there, but a panic spray came in, shooting in the chest didn't work out, but the Glock running out of bullets just in time stops the defuse from coming in. But that could have gone so many ways, because you saw, just after I said Fox was on short, they smoked off short, but there was a gap in the corner, but he looked away just as flusha moved in. Anything could have happened in that round. Timing, as always in Counter-Strike, can be brutal, and indeed was for FaZe on that occasion. Again, we're going to have Rain playing close, but this time it's not a full buy from FaZe, it's a fourth buy. They've only got one rifle, that's the scout onto Fox. And Rain goes down, and if he was going for an information play, he has received the information to the chest stand through his Kevlar.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, it doesn't look too good here for FaZe. Looks like Fnatic pretty confident going into this, into pretty much any area of the map that they choose. It's a bit of, fire down there to disincentivize them just for the moment, but Crims will find a headshot somehow, and now it's all of Fnatic just grouping up, ready to bulldoze onto this A-bomb site, and you got Fox with the scout and JKM with a 5-7.
There's no MLG stickers on the scout, Dan.
Is that offensive? Oh.
He should just be slayed by the admin for not having MLG stickers, but he's off to a good start, tagging JW as well, so maybe there's more damage to be done here right by FaZe Clan. Bomb moving into the site now, but down goes Fox, down goes the scout. Good riddance to a scout with no MLG stickers. Jacob coming through connector. Perhaps he can get a flank onto Olofmeister. Indeed, so maybe there's a weapon for him to save here. Let's see, I imagine he wants to make his exit, but maybe he's... Ooh.
I mean, their money is
going for it?
Is screwed. Wow.
Well, I think he's going for it now. He's made it 2 versus 1. He's probably got about 30 seconds on the clock here, so if he can just get a headshot... Did a bit of damage to flusha, but couldn't find his face in time.
Yeah, their money is really awful. They're each on 2K. I mean, oh my god. Awful situation for FaZe here. And this is their, they're on their last lifeline now. And they have to defend that lifeline with Deagle's 5-7s on CZs, James.
And worst comes to worst, my Deagle comes first, Dan. You're welcome. AZ Makalele on the Deagles. Jacob with the 5-7. And CZ onto Fox and Rain respectively. Lots of nades as well. For Fox and Jacob at least. And again, that's the push through the side of the smoke that we were talking about in the first half. Olofmeister is blind. Olofmeister is put out of his misery. Man advantage for the CTs. They can retrieve that gun as well. So if Jacob can just hold on here, because I don't think he's actually, he does have the smoke, but he's just going to be holding the angle for now. Indeed, he does get the smoke down. That's crucial. And will force Fnatic away. FaZe of 3 people on the A side at present. Fnatic moving into mid. They've still got JW deep in B, which means they could go for a split here. Yeah,
Fnatic have so much time to play with still too. Over a minute, in fact. So they're not really in any rush at this point. They can definitely afford to play it slowly and allow FaZe to maybe make a mistake. An overpeak or something similar. JW knows that there's a CT quite close here. He already spotted JKM and the trajectory of the nade that was thrown previously, so he's got an idea that someone's lurking here. Not sure if he knows there's the 2 players, and Michael Lele is going to absolutely wreck JW there with that AW with the Deagle, sorry, and it's Dennis with the AWP. He's going to get sweet revenge as Fnatic start to push into this B-bomb site now. They have chosen the B-bomb site. Let's see if they can finish it off all here, but Fox is lurking with that CZ to try to make the difference, but he's actually going to have enough time for his teammates to come in here. A couple of frags going the way of FaZe, but Dennis in a 1 versus 2 on the AWP now, 25 seconds left to play with. Can he go for the clutch? Can he get it? Can he secure it here for Fnatic in 16-6 fashion? Not much time left to play with. He needs to pick the bomb up as well. And now he's got that AK in hand. There's the first AWP shot. Dennis connects onto Fox. One more player, and headshot found by AZ. FaZe will stay in it by the skin of their teeth, but there's still so much more work to be done.
No fear from AZ. That was an awkward position. Some people might have tried to run away there, but that might have not gone so well. So just going to go and shoot him in the face instead. Nice play by him, but FaZe have quite the mountain to climb. And we'll see that despite winning the round, their money was so poor that their money is not much better. I wonder if there's a gun on the floor for Fox or if he's actually going to run around with just a USP. No, there is an AWP in fact, so FaZe have a fighting chance. Fnatic onto the eco as well, but they've picked up some pistols, so there is some damage to be done to the fragile, the brittle FaZe clan economy. Olofmeister playing around smokes. Olofmeister doing as Olofmeister does, but Rain seems to have a jump on him. Oh, an MP9 spray down, death by paper cuts. He's got half his life left. No armor on any of these Fnatic players. They've got a number of people moving in the underpass, so it seems they're going to try and bum rush the jungle area, and AZ may get taken by surprise.
Yeah, I could see a boost here potentially from Dennis to see if they can spot the short player. Yeah, there it is. Boost coming in. Michael Lele could be in trouble, but he will find the frag in time. Turning around, taking down Flusher. Dennis, of course, he knows that an extra player is there as well due to the boost. JW is lurking as always, been spotted by AZ. So things should be pretty under control here for FaZe. Getting the crossfires in there towards middle, and nothing going to be happening here. Nice little shot there from Fox, long range as well for support. So FaZe easily picking up around against Kevlar-less Fnatic players, but now Fnatic could afford to eco again or cause E up, and indeed that's what they're going to do. So it'll be a little bit more difficult this time, but FaZe should be able to pick this one up on paper as well.
Let's see if FaZe can make it to 10. Fnatic perhaps would get a bit worried if FaZe get the next 2 rounds in a row. But it's only 1 round, of course, required by Fnatic to take the first map. Again, this is the pick of FaZe, and one would have to say that they need to get the first map in the bag to be in with a reasonable chance of taking this best of 3. Otherwise, you pretty much have to favour Fnatic quite reasonably. After all, they are the best team in the world. But talk is cheap. It's all about shooting people in the face. We've got these smokes coming in, perhaps trying to bait some counter flashes, some counter nades from FaZe, and it begins. Flusher goes down, as does Fox, shot in the face by Olofmeister. Moving into the site now are the Fnatic players, and with those pistols, they're going to be too close for comfort. Olofmeister's picked up an AWP. That's not going to be good for the CT side. 3 versus 3. Still 2 players on Fnatic without rifles. Flashbang comes in, and there goes the AWP. Yeah,
this is a little bit dangerous. There's still 2 players there for Fnatic. There's a minute to play with still, and they could always try to get themselves back, but looks like they're just going to fight to the death here. Dennis looking for that one shot, long range. Can't quite find it, and he'll be finished off. FaZe survive with 3 players, so they'll have a full buy-up in the next rounds. Not too straining on their economy, losing 2 in this stage. 15-9 is the score, so still quite some amount of rounds to climb back. But, starting to get some momentum on the board, but it's just, they don't have any margin of error. So that's the real problem here. And Fnatic are going to have their buy-up. And Fnatic have a wealth of options to choose from to try to break FaZe also. They've been doing quite well on those mid-takes of theirs. Let's see if Fnatic can get that going again. We do have a couple players moving into mid here. The short smoke is dropped down as well, so it's actually quite a quick pace from Fnatic into middle.
It's very similar to FaZe's advance into middle as well. You've got the smoke on short, the Molotov into connector. We'll see how it varies after that. By this time, FaZe are pretty much in the A-bomb site or contending for it, whereas Fnatic are still top mid. So some differences there, perhaps waiting for a reaction from FaZe. Nice pop flash coming in to allow his teammates to peek connector. See if Olofmeister goes for a short peek as well. He's making his way into the ladder room. There is somebody, that's Makalele, just around the corner. So we'll see if that CT goes for a play. I think Olofmeister may have just revealed his position by accident.
Yeah, this is actually a really passive setup from FaZe. In fact, they gave up middle and connector completely for a while. Fox has finally repositioned, but he's not really... he's by jungle at the moment, so he's not really in the best position in the world to stop players coming out of connector if he gets smoked off. So Fnatic with a player on Palace side and also the apartment side, they really have so many options still. They're waiting for that initial pick, and that can then inform them as to how they want to play against the CT rotation to win the round. Now, look how steadily they're holding it. 35 seconds. This is becoming kind of Na'Vi levels of delay here before they make that play. And they finally got JW moving up the slope now. They've picked up the bomb on middle. And looks like they're going to send it through connector. But that is bad news. JW gets picked off by AZ towards slope. So it's really on the 2 players from connector here to get onto the bomb site. 20 seconds to plant the bomb. There's the opener from Crims. Rain by Sandwich will take down Dennis. That is the bomb down. Crims goes down as well. They need to get to the bomb. There's 12 seconds on the clock. There's simply not enough time here for Olofmeister to do this, and too many players to play against. And he just wants to not die after time at this point, and he is going to go down. So FaZe, very patient, very disciplined round against Fnatic's very passive play.
This is where the pressure starts to rise on Fnatic. FaZe have made it to 10. Fnatic's money is ropey again. They're going to have to go for the eco. Rain making the hero save there, but again, it all went wrong for Fnatic when they lost a player on A slope. Flusher was towards B. He had to start charging in the underpass. Makaleli was on short and would hear that as well, so FaZe were prepared and ready for the push to come in from the connector area, and the positioning paid off in spades. So we'll see if they can continue to close the gap here. You may have thought they were down and out, but I wouldn't say so just yet. Obviously, far more equipped in this round.
5 Deeks. We got Deeks for days.
Yeah, we have the Butcher by Dan, looking for those meat shots. We'll see if they manage to connect.
Yeah, this is it's always fun to see 5 Deagles, but Olofmeister tagged down to 9, so FaZe a good position at the moment. 3 players playing the distances. But it only takes 1 shot in these rounds with all the Deagles to really send everything hurling into chaos. And there is one. Dennis taking down 2 players. Deagle headshots found onto the A bomb site. Now Fnatic have 4 players left. They are tagged up quite somewhat at this point, but Olofmeister, he's going to be the most tagged player. He's rotating at the moment, as is all of FaZe to the A bomb site. And Fnatic have yet to hit the site. They recognize there's a lot of time in the round. They're going to send a lot of questions spiraling through the minds of FaZe. Are they going A? Because right now there's no one spotted on A, and a lot of time has passed. And what is the result? They've spread out the defense massively. This is really smart from Fnatic.
Yeah, it's desperate for FaZe because there are 2 rifles on the site. If Fnatic take the site and those rifles, then things get very horrible indeed. Them knowing it's a force buy. Dennis has gone down though, as Makaleli still on A slope, trying to do what he can, but now they're starting to move in. Olofmeister looking for the flank from Connector, trying to trade with Fox now, who's in the jungle area. Indeed he will, and that means Olofmeister's got a North. There's only 1 player left, it's Jacob versus 2. Olofmeister's got next to no health, and Jacob's going to make his position known by shooting the vent. So crossfire position has begun. Molotov's not going to help either. See the angle Olofmeister is holding. Jacob going to go for the flank, but Olofmeister should hear him, so who's going to rotate where? He's going to get the frag there. 1 versus 1 now. Krim's, his position is unknown. He's playing on triple, but Jacob needs to look all over the place. The bomb's planted on triple, which means that Krims could be CT. He's been found, not going to get the frag though. 16 to 10, Fnatic take the pick of FaZe, and we will move on to Cobble.
What a beautiful round there by Fnatic at the end there. You just got to love how they played the mid round, and that's really going to tell you about some of the real strength of this team. Obviously the individual skill is so amazing, but once they get those initial situations where they can get those 1 or 2 frags to disrupt the defense, they played the mid round perfectly. And FaZe, they never looked truly in this Mirage game. It looked very dominant from Fnatic. Best team in the world for a reason. That is for sure. And most people in this series, I think, will be expecting Fnatic to stomp FaZe. And I think FaZe also did prove, in this match that they can definitely be here and contend against Fnatic. But we'll have to see how that is going to develop on the rest of the maps in this series, because I feel like Mirage was probably one of their better shots.
Yeah.
In this series.
Absolutely. The kills were well averaged on both sides, but again, it was Fnatic to win the pick of FaZe there. So definitely an uphill struggle, I think, is the phrase. Now,
yeah.
I mean, generally speaking, you're going to favour Fnatic all the way because they are the best team in the world. But FaZe are not down and out by any means. But not taking the map that they chose causes problems. How good are they going to be on Cobble? Clearly, you can see that they've been boot camping. They've been putting in some work with Robban, etc., and they are looking a lot better and more coordinated than we're used to seeing. But is it going to be enough?
Well, I think Scoots is ready on the analyst desk to give us the thoughts of the many analysts.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. And again, Fnatic has done what we all thought they would do. They have